10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, someone was killed beneath the town hall light. There were few at the scene. They all agreed that the slayer who ran, he looked a lot like me. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave and the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me.
I love that song. Yeah, me too. That's a pretty sweet song. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO. And old Benjamin. That Benjamin, he's got a pretty good voice too, huh? Yeah, he does. Singing the bass line. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Okay, hey, guess what, sweetie? What's that? Kaya's here. Oh, really? BOOZHOO, Kaya. BOOZHOO, Kaya. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO. And over here, the one and the only, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Kadon BOOZHOO, Winnie Mushane. Say hello, sweetheart. BOOZHOO, Gakina. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. And over here, the rockstar cartoonist himself, Michael Lyons. Kadon BOOZHOO, Niji. Say hello, brother. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. How you doing, man? I'm doing great. How are you? Can't complain. Feeling good, looking good. I got too many things I'm thankful for to complain. I can't complain, sweetie. Okay. That's the Minnesota thing. How you doing? Oh, can't complain. Not too bad. You never want to brag. Oh, I'm doing great. Wally Bear, BOOZHOO, Wally Bear. How are ya, Niji? BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, and Natasha, and Michael Lyons. Hey, Michael, you actually got a shout out. Hey, Wally Bear. Wally Bear's here. BOOZHOO, Wally Bear. Wally from the House of Bear. From the House of Bear, I present to you Wally. Out on a road today, I saw a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. Little voice inside my head said, don't look back, you can never look back. I thought I knew what love was, what did I know? Those days are gone forever, I should just let 'em go, but... That's a high song. Yeah. You know what day it is today? It's Wednesday. That's right. Abatuse. Abatuse. I got to say. Abatuse. Hey. Abatuse. Hey. Halfway. We're halfway, sweetie. This is the midlife crisis of the week. Halfway through the week. It's hump day. Hump day. No, Wally Bear. Nobody needs your juvenile joke, what that means. Everyone's heard it before. Okay. Wally Bear. He's so juvenile. I know. Hey, Jim Dunn's here. BOOZHOO, Jim. BOOZHOO, Jim. Jim's in the house. Did you know it was Obtuse, Jim? Halfway. I was thinking about this because last week I couldn't remember the word for the halfway moon. Abita wabikazi. Wabikazi. Abita wabikazi. Abita. Boy, those letters are little, huh, sweetie? Yeah. If you could read this, it would say, Abita wabikazi. Halfway moon. That's when the moon is kind of it's not full and it's not a Natasha moon. It's not a what? A Natasha moon. What's a Natasha moon? Oh, you know. I know, but I like hearing the story. Abita wabikazi is the halfway moon. That's what it looks like this. And midnight we call Abita dibakad. Abita dibakad. We're halfway through the night, midnight. Abita dibakad. Dibakad is night, you know. Mizi weya bikazi. Mizi weya bikazi is a full moon. Mizi weya bikazi. Abita wabikazi. Mizi weya bikazi. And Abita dibakad. So the halfway moon, this was just a cheap way of also advertising Michael's books. You happy now? Yeah, I'm very happy. Okay. Dog and Mayingan. On sale now at Amazon.com. If you'd like to learn more about Michael Lyons' books like Little Cutie, A Teddy Bear's Vision Quest. Oh, this one's really good. Little teddy bear goes on a vision quest, meets the Gitche-Manado. Meets a bunch of friends, woodland animals, all with Ojibwe names. Little Cutie, A Teddy Bear's Vision Quest. They're available at Amazon.com. The links are in the description below. And that's about all the time we have for today. No. Anyway, so last week I couldn't remember halfway. Oh, but the Oshki, what'd you call it? Dibik Gizis? The new moon, as the non-romantic people call it, is what I call the Natasha moon. And why do you call it a Natasha moon? Because the night when you and I hooked up, that first night when I snagged you, yeah, it was that little sliver of a moon, the little, what they call a new moon. But to me, I always call it, it's a Natasha moon tonight. A little sliver of a moon, because I never forgot. That's so romantic. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a Natasha moon. It's a Natasha Dibik Gizis. Yeah, huh? Out on the road today, I saw a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. I always feel very midlife crisis-y, very middle-aged when I hear that song. What song's that? You know, the Boys of Summer. Oh, yeah, sure. Don Henley. Don Henley. Little voice inside my head said, don't look back. You can never look back. I thought I knew what love was. What did I know, sweetie? You didn't know nothing. Nothing, I tell you. What did I know? Those days are gone forever. I should just let 'em go, but you know, we don't get reminded enough that our best days may still be in the future. Really? Yeah. Nobody tells you, hey, by the way, hang on. You don't know for sure yet. But the good old days may actually not have happened yet. You get to be middle-aged and you start thinking, oh yeah, all the best times in life were 1985. Keep feeling fascination. La 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 la, 1985. Oh, those were the good old days. Things will never be that great again. But you don't know. Maybe, the 2020s will turn out to be the best times of your life. Everyone's so gloom and doom. Oh no. Who will make us laugh now that Bob Saget is dead? People think, oh, life can't move on because that one unfunny pedophile guy died mysteriously in a hotel. But we don't know. I think we need to cheer up. Spring is coming, sweetie. Spring is coming, but we got one more day of winter. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Next 24 hours, we get that last little kick in the butt from the winter. It just starts snowing again, I think. And it's going to get cold tonight, but tomorrow, spring will begin. I'm calling it. Okay. And I want to be more optimistic. I don't want to always be looking back in the past. Past is gone. What's the point? Ruby's here. Hey, Ruby. BOOZHOO, Ruby. Welcome to the show. Oh, good. Grassroots is here, too. Hey, Grassroots. Now we got some real grassroots, real regular people. I can talk plain. Grassroots understands. You don't have to sugarcoat and, Grassroots just gets it right away. I love Grassroots. And Missy Charlie's here. BOOZHOO, cuz. What's up, Missy? Hey, Missy. Mino Kika Shabe. Mino Kika Shabe. Good morning. It's a good halfway morning. And Grassroots says, Potawatomi, we got lazy language. We just say, opta, meaning half of something. Opta. Hey, man, I'll just take a opta. I got to get going. Give me opta cup of coffee. I'll just take half a cup. I'll drink this down, and I got to go. I'm a Potawatomi. I got things to do. I got to go keep a fire. Yeah, that's what they're called, huh? Yeah, the Potawatomi are the fire keepers. They got to keep the fire burning. Sacred duty. Oh, I heard a really gross story on the news last night. What was that? I didn't want to say what it was. Another cop died, but it was really gross how he was killed. What happened? He was shot in the line of duty. A line of duty. I'm like, oh, gross. Why'd he poop his pants? Shut up. A line of duty. I know. All right, kids, get serious. Welcome to the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Here, we discuss the sacred language of Ojibwe-Moan, Ojibwe, Chippewa, Algonquin, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And we also analyze current events. What's going on in the world, sweetie? Let's see. Bob Saget's still dead. As far as I know, what's his face hasn't killed anybody. Alec Baldwin hasn't killed anybody in a couple of months. So that's good. Yeah. And Joe Biden's still alive. COVID's over. Oh yeah, COVID's over. That's cool. Good job, you guys. I'm glad we didn't lose our minds over this COVID pandemic. Everybody kind of rallied together, flattened the curve, and I think we did it. Hey, guess what, sweetie? What's that? Missy just gave us a $20 super chat. Get out of here, Missy! Thanks, cuz. Guess who's going to Country Kitchen today? We're gonna go eat Country Kitchen today. Miigwech to Missy Chandler Lee. And that's how we also make our living, everybody else. The super chats. You can help us on Patreon, PayPal, GoFundMe. I don't like that title, that GoFundMe. Hey, go fund yourself. What? What'd you say? Never mind. And order Michael's books. Or you can give us a super chat. Like Missy here. Missy does too much. I know, she spoils us. Quit spoiling us, Missy. That's not good for our development, for our character. You know? Oh, Tesoros de Tomas. Bonjour, Tesoros. Bonjour, Tesoros. Mr. De Tomas. Mr. De Tomas. Nice to see you, brother. Boy, we were really talking about race stuff yesterday. I know, you kept saying the N-word. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Although YouTube didn't say a thing. Yeah. I guess you can say the N-word on YouTube and they don't say anything. But yeah, yesterday we were talking about undoing racism. The new angle of this show is we're going to undo racism. We're going to educate the people. That's the thing that annoys me the most when it comes to any of that kind of... When people want to educate others on racism, they always talk to the person like the person was born yesterday. Did you know that there was a time when the white man owned black men? And you go, what? Why do you assume that people still need to be educated? It's the same thing with the LGBTQ2 plus, pedo group. Yeah. It's like, oh, me? My pronouns, I identify as he, him. All right? Okay, let me explain something to you. There's sex, and then there's gender. Your sex is what you're born with, right? Right? You understand? Are you still with me? And I'm going, would you shut up? Why do you assume we'd never heard of this? My gender is that's how I identify. Really? But it's not a mental illness. In fact, it's kind of like a superpower. It makes you special, makes your teachers treat you special. You get to make other people uncomfortable with your new rules. I identify. Oh, you see me? I'm gender fluid. It's like, ugh, gross. But let's not talk about that. That is kind of a forbidden thing on the YouTubes. But, we made fun of the N-word yesterday and Anthony Fauci and claimed that we had disinformation on COVID. I mean, saying it's over, that's got to qualify as being disinformation. Yeah, I suppose it is. And they didn't do anything. I think that the campaign is the psychological operation. They make us censor ourselves, like we were saying yesterday. We think somebody told us, you're not allowed. Be careful what you say on YouTube. If they find out, they're going to put a banner up that says, this is disinformation. And then I come out here and say, hey, COVID's over. Good job, everybody. Take off your masks. Go back, play outside. It's fine. We can go back to acting normal. Don't be afraid. Disinformation. Okay. Hey, do we get another super chat? Got $10 from Zagame. All right. Miigwech, Zagame. Chi miigwech. Great. Thanks. For the Junia. For the money. La 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 la. I'm feeling sunny. We got a lot of what it takes to get along. We're in the money. I'm feeling sunny. So I was praying this morning, sweetie. Yeah. And why do you laugh at that? Oh, you praying. You're so religious. What? I'm not religious. I'm grateful. I was praying this morning. Old style prayer. I mean, yeah, I was sitting on the couch having a cup of coffee. But, I just started praying and I said the Lord's Prayer and just started thanking the Creator for all my blessings. And I did thank him. I said, thank you for the show. Thank you for those super chats. There was a time not that long ago when right now I'd be filled with anxiety and dread. And I'd have to go out and warm up the pickup. Hopefully it would start. Let it warm up. And I used to say a prayer in the car driving to my job that I didn't want to have. To please keep my big mouth shut. Help me to keep my stupid mouth shut. Help me not to say something stupid that's going to get me into trouble and then get me fired. And then please help me get through the day without getting too depressed. Help me, And I always prayed that he'd help me not lose my job. And then when things turned around and I lost my job anyway, he gave me this where I can say whatever I want in the morning. And like right now, in the last 10 minutes, we made more money than we would have in a whole hour, 2 hours working at the school. Yeah. Because we're in the money. I'm feeling sunny. Miigwech. And miigwech Gichimanano. But it really is true. I know you've talked about this before. But here's a little Nibwakawen wisdom. What I learned from walking this earth for so many years. If you ever struggle with depression and anxiety, a quick antidote, if you're, really just want a relief from anxiety, start listing things you're grateful for. You can only feel one thing at a time, either gratitude or worry. You can't feel both at the same time. So if you learn to start feeling grateful for everything, even dumb things, just start listing anything you can think of. Anything. I'm so grateful I have a pair of shoes. Oh, you know what? I'm really grateful the water is running. Oh, I'm grateful I have a toilet that flushes. I'm grateful that I got those boots, those winter boots. I'm grateful. And as you just keep doing that, your mind will forget about the things it's worrying about, the anxiety. And eventually, it's not happiness that you get, it's peace. Happiness is overrated, sweetie. You think happiness is overrated? Yeah. Happiness is like a drug. It's an experience, it feels good or whatever. But if you chase happiness, you'll probably never get it. And what is happiness? Happiness is when you accidentally find yourself in a spot where you're super grateful. You're just grateful, that the bad stuff didn't happen or the bad stuff is over. Or, you lucked out somehow. If you can get humble, this is the other thing. You can't get grateful until you get humble. If I was too cool to live in this house, there are some people, if they walked into my house, they'd be like, oh, gross. What is this, a little shack? Does this guy live in a shack? He's got his ceilings falling in. Oh, I'm sorry, Nanaboozhoo. I didn't realize you lived in a house from Fight Club. Yeah. But to me, because I'm humble, I'm super grateful. I love this house. It's perfect for us. It's in a great location. It's cheap, relatively. it's a house, you know. And the water is running, and the toilet does flush, and the heat does kick on every 20 seconds. And we have a cat that, when I signed the lease, I promised I would never have. No one's ever gotten mad at me. But you ever do that? You just move into a place knowing instantly you're going to be breaking the rules of the lease. When I moved in here, I was like, no pets allowed. I'm like, oh yeah, I hate pets. I signed on the line, you know. And then immediately moved Princess in. But whatever. But you know, if you get humble, get grateful for what you do have and not what you don't have. Don't be too cool, just whatever. Then things work out. You know. And maybe then the best times will be in the future. You don't know. The future is always kind of unknown. Totally unknown, really. All you know for sure is that this is temporary. You know, it's not going to look like this forever. Like, remember when we were in the pandemic? Oh, barely. I almost never think about those days anymore. Yeah. There was a time, some of you probably don't remember, when the whole country was under some kind of weird, they called it the COVID pandemic. And they weren't real specific, but they told us there was this disease, and they gave us a number of shots, and they were confusing about what the shots were. They weren't really vaccinations, but they called them vaccinations. And there was a lot of mysterious deaths and side effects that nobody talked about. And then you were really shamed if you didn't just get in line and get your, experimental shot. And they made everyone wear masks to go shopping. When it first came out, they threatened us with a toilet paper shortage. Somehow they stopped the flow of toilet papers to Walmart, kind of training the people to get used to this weird 1984 reality show we're going to be living in for the next couple of years. And, there's a lot of bad news on the news, and everybody kind of quarantined themselves, stopped hanging out with each other. The churches closed. The families were all torn apart. And then little by little, the adults started taking off their masks. But they left the masks on the children, even though they knew that the children weren't in any danger from the thing that the masks were supposed to protect, but don't protect from anything. And then one day, about 2 days ago, it was all over. The whole world said, whatever. I'm sick of thinking about it. Shut up with your COVID talk. Let's watch the news, learn about Russia and Ukraine. La 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 la. So satisfied I'm on my way. I see the good people turn their heads each day, so why can't I? I'm on my way. Anyway, medical misinformation. But, I think that's the beauty of our show, sweetie. What's that? We don't have enough viewers that anybody cares. We can say anything we want. Anything. I mean, if the BOOZHOO crew could get mad, I suppose. But I don't think we're going to get censored. Not until we're more popular. Yeah. Mashike is the turtle. Sweetie, did you know that Mashike, the turtle, represents truth in the 7 Anishinaabe teachings? In the 7 grandfather teachings? Yeah. I did know that. How did you know that? I read a book. You read a book? No, I heard you talking about it. Oh. Mashike. It's a turtle, right? And the thing people never forget about turtles is they never lie. Kiwanamo. Gawin Kiwanamo. No lie. That's no lie. Excuse me. The way when. The truth. Why do you suppose turtles represent the truth? Well, they're very old, so they're very wise. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know either. Truth. When I was in college, they said there was no truth. Yeah. It's all relative. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Truth. Mishike. Kiwanamo. I guess when I kind of chose these words, sweetie, yeah, I thought we'd be talking about the moon more. And I'd be talking about moon landing lie and stuff. Don't you want to talk about that now? Not really. Because the weird thing is, people who don't believe in the moon landing, it's obvious that it's a lie. But the people who do, you can't really convince them that they lied to them. I know. I heard it said before, it's easier to lie to somebody than it is to convince them that they've been lied to. Yeah. It's easier to lie to somebody than to convince them they've been lied to. You know? Like I realized the other day, Chad still believes in the moon landing. Really? Yeah. Because he has got a grandfather or a great uncle or something who had something to do with engraving a plaque that was, they say, was sent to the moon. That on the moon right now is the handiwork of Chad's grandfather. And I had to go, no, it's not. I mean, yeah, I believe your grandfather made a plaque, and I believe he was paid for it by NASA, and I believe they told him that they were going to send it to the moon, and he could tell his kids and his grandkids that he has something on the moon. But nobody's been to the moon, and they lie about everything. Everything. Not just some of the stuff that NASA does. The whole thing. There's not one thing that they do that's not a lie. Mars, International Space Station, landing on the moon, satellites, all of it is a lie. Anything to do with outer space. But people don't go, oh, really? Why do you say that? I haven't seen anything. You're the first person that has ever made me have to consider, was I lied to about all this? People have heard it before. They've seen the stuff. But then there's just something in there. They put up blinders. You know, they can look at the same footage and go, well, yeah, that looks fake, but I'm sure they still went to the moon. You go, no, they didn't. But I'm going to go there right now. You want me to teleport you to the moon? Would you mind? Not at all. I'm going to go up to that moon, see if Chad's grandpa's plaque is up there. Okay. Because I know it didn't. It isn't. When to teleport? Make it so, number one. Okay, hang on. Huh, it's not working. Remember, you got to do the thing. Got to jiggle the thingy? Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Aki, the earth. Boop. Hello, BOOZHOO. Hi, sweetie. Hi, honey. Did you make it up to the moon okay? Oh, yeah, it was easy. Okay. Well, give me a call when you want me to pick you up. I sure will. Roger that. Over and out. Over and out, sweetie. Boop. So, yeah. Dibik Jesus. Moon. And, you know, they say they came up here and flew around 6 times in the early 70s. 6 different times. In 3 years. 3 or 4 years. And then never again for another, it'd be another 50 years later. Never came back. I don't see anything up here. Oh no, where's the lunar lander? There's nothing. Oh, what do you know? The moon is about the size, the perspective from the moon, the Earth is the same size as the moon would, you know. You wouldn't think of the Earth as like taking up the entire skyline from the perspective of the moon, even though it's much smaller, they say. A gray ball rotating around the Earth because of gravity or something. It's impervious to the gravitational pull of the sun. That has nothing to do with the moon. You can ignore that because it's connected to the Earth somehow. Gravity. I don't know. Under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. Yeah, it's funny, you know, when you're on the Earth and you look at the moon, it's like super bright, especially when it's a full moon. It'll be like, you know, you can hardly look at it. You squint at it. It's like a light bulb. But then when you get up here and when you look at all the old videos and stuff, you realize, oh, it's like gray dust. It's like cat litter. So cat litter reflects light from the sun so completely that on full moon night, and in the winter, when the moon lights up the snow and stuff, you can drive without even your headlights on because the moon is so bright. Because it reflects off a cat litter like that. What? Why would they lie? I don't know. Why'd they lie about Santa Claus? Missy. If you have a good telescope, you can see stuff on the moon. No, you can't. Don't believe everything you've seen that NASA says if you have a good telescope. I can't believe Missy believes in the moon landing. Do you know there's only one picture of the Earth? Well, now I guess there's 3. But the blue marble, that famous picture that's on your phone and on everything, the story goes from NASA, they say that was the last picture ever taken of Earth. A full moon Earth picture. They call it the blue marble. And they said the last time anybody took a picture of the Earth from outer space was in 1973. You know. Oh yeah, we got thousands and millions of satellites and Hubble's telescope taking pictures of Venus, and we're flying to Mars every year. But nobody's thought to take a picture of the Earth again since 1973. And it was the only picture they took from Apollo 11. The last, was it Apollo 11? Apollo 17. The last time they said they came back from the moon. They were halfway home. They went, hey, you know what? We should take a picture before we land on the planet Earth. And they went, okay, grab the camera. Let's take one picture. Just one. That's all we'll need. And they say, yeah, okay, don't want to waste the film. So they took one picture of the Earth, brought it back, developed it, printed it on every science textbook for the rest of our lives. That one picture NASA took from outer space. I mean, sure, they took this one picture from the moon because this is real. You can tell that's a real horizon, right? I don't mean to be, sarcastic, but if you can't tell that this is fake, I don't know what to tell you. Nanaboozhoo transported to the Sea of Tranquility. Yeah. Then NASA goes and names. They say they've named different regions on the moon. So last night there was no moon. This what blows my mind. Every night I kind of pay attention, same time. I look out the window, you see the same moon. You can notice when it goes from, Natasha moon to Abita Wabikazi to halfway moon. And last night I was walking around and went, oh, wow, stars are really out tonight. I could see Orion's belt, because the constellations are always the same in the sky because we're not moving around space. Space is moving around us. The stars stay relative to themselves. Anyway, Orion's belt's up there. And I'm like, wow, I can really see those stars well, right inside the city too. And I looked around and went, oh, it's because there is zero moon tonight at all. I couldn't find it anywhere. I didn't, no moon. Did the moon just shut off last night? Does it move in some sort of weird pattern that there's no moon? But I don't know. So here we are. Truth. Did boy win? The truth is they lied to us. Let me say that much. Truth is we were lied to by the U.S. government under the guise and the name of NASA. It started many years ago, probably during World War II, and they've been continuing the lie ever since. And people don't want to know the truth, the boy win. I mean, it's one thing to say, oh, okay, they lied about that. But people don't want to unravel that whole sweater of all their beliefs. Like I knew for years that they faked the moon landing. But it took a while before I finally went, okay, why would they fake the moon landing? Oh, because they can't do it because there's a dome over our heads. Oh, I get it. So they faked it because they found out there was the firmament. Oh, got it. And then you go, wait a second. What if there isn't outer space on the other side of the firmament? I don't know. What if there is no outer space? What if there is no... Not only was there no Big Bang, that whole model of outer space and then rocks and suns and all this craziness. What if that whole thing was a lie? And everything from your education and every science fiction movie and Star Trek and every poem and all this cryptic twinkle twinkle little star, your whole life, all this stuff. What if that was all a lie? You've been believing this thing. And a part of you doesn't want to go, what? Doggone it. Don't make me think the whole world is different than I thought. It's kind of like some people are like, if they woke up in the Matrix, and they just come out of that pod, and they're like, oh no, man, I'm a battery in a Matrix. A lot of them would be like, oh, let me just put me back to sleep. I don't want to know the truth. I'll go back into the dream. But problem is, if you really wake up, you can't go back to sleep. Okay, wait. Yeah, they lied. They lied to us. Astronauts aren't real. You know. But your pride will say, oh no, I could never be fooled. I'm too smart. If I admit that I was lied to and I believed a lie, I have to admit that I'm gullible. And I'm not so smart. And I got all this wasted knowledge. All the numbers I memorized. Oh, 394 million miles away, huh? That's how far away the sun is? Yeah. They worked that out. You can trust them. They don't lie. Every scientist. Yeah, actually they do. Some believe their own lies, but they're all dumb. You know, coming up with equations. Oh, look at my math equation that proves how far away Venus is and how much it weighs. Like, what? It's time we call BS on all this. It's time you start kind of reevaluating. What was math class really about growing up in school? Did they really want to train us to know how to work out mathematical equations? Or was it a brainwashing technique to make us believe that some people have mastered the art of mathematics? And through mastering that art, they understand truth and reality better than we do. They can explain what's going on up in the sky. Because look at their math. Yeah, no, the earth is billions of years old. It's a rock that sprouted grass and moss. And eventually the moss evolved into human beings. Evolution. I don't know. I should go home. Bloop. BOOZHOO! Hi, sweetie. Well, hi, NANABOOZHOO. Are you having fun on the moon? Not really. Why not? It's all fake. It's all a big lie. You think the moon's a lie? Well, the moon's not a lie, but the idea that I'm up here and that people have landed, that's all a lie. I know, but isn't it fun to pretend? Yeah, it's kind of fun. Did you want to come home? Yeah, okay. One to teleport. All right, sweetie. Teleport me back to Earth from the moon. It's as believable as 3 guys 6 different times in the early 70s got into a rocket, and flew up here. Yeah, it's as believable. Okay. One to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Hey, welcome back. How you doing? I'm doing great. How's the moon? Fake. The moon's fake? Well, where I was. I went to the NASA lot. Oh, that's right. I was just looking at the coordinates. You were in Area 51. Area 51. Yeah, that's where they fake all that stuff. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like New Mexico. You should have teleported me outside. Go stand around in the desert in nice warm air. Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be a relief? It would. So there you go. Du Bois, the truth. Represented by Mashike, a turtle. And Guantanamo. I guess I could have told a story about the turtle. You still can. Yeah. Do you want to get up here and say hi? Yeah. All right. Let's do that. Talking about the fake moon landing put me in a bad mood. I know. All right, I'm going to let Natasha get up here and talk. But first, we will return after this song. I forget which one it is. Oh, that's right. Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the car had smashed him so hard. Then there was this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room, but when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just been there. That boy and girl were glad, 'cause one kid had it worse than that. 'Cause then there was this kid whose parents made him come directly home right after school, and when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just gone there.
I love that song. Whatever happened to the crash test dummies? They're Canadian too, huh?
Yeah, that's right, they are.
Canada's so underrated when it comes to music. You get your Rush. Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive. Plays that song that's so elusive, and the magic music makes your morning move. And Crash Test Dummies. And who else?
Corey Hart.
Corey Hart. And the guy who sings yeah, that is Corey Hart. Got my first real 6-string. Bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of 69. 69. That's like Wally Bear 69. Was it the summer of 69 for you, Wally Bear? Wally Bear says, after that car accident 2 weeks ago, I don't like this song anymore. I felt like a crash test dummy. Wally Bear was in a car accident, sweetie.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. He said he felt like a crash test. I'm glad you survived. Oh, Wally Bear's cheating death.
Yeah.
Hope you're okay. Mindy Moya. Old lady. Mindy Moya says, okay, by the way, It's me, Nancy Glenstone. Well, hi, Nancy Glenstone. I finally figured out how to use a screen name. She's got her screen name. She's got her new handle. Welcome to the virtual world. Yeah. With assumed identities. Ruby, BOOZHOO, Ruby. Neil Young, big old heart. I don't like Neil Young anymore. Ever since he got mad at Joe Rogan. He was like, hey, Joe, you can either listen to Joe Rogan or you can listen to my old music. You can't do both. I'm like, I don't really want to listen to Joe Rogan either. But come on, dude. Quit using your music as hostage material, you know. Hey, by the way, I already have the albums, you know, for what I listen to. I've been to Hollywood. I've been to Redwood. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's such a question. Ick-o-doo-doo-boo. La la la. Ruby. Rush 2112. Yeah. I was sad when Neil Peart died. You know, and I wasn't like the biggest Rush fan or anything. I just always knew about them and had such a level of respect for Neil Peart as a lyricist and as a drummer and as just a basic like rock star guy. I just liked him. You know, his drumming was insane. So good. Papa Wagosh! BOOZHOO! Papa Wagosh is here, sweetie.
Okay, BOOZHOO, Papa Wagosh.
BOOZHOO, welcome back. He says, Biden is coming for your money. 3/13/22. Take your money out of the bank before then. Hide your cash. Woo! Did you hear that, sweetie?
Really? Biden's going to come take our hundreds of dollars?
Yeah. We got hundreds of dollars to lose. Ever since I became a hundredaire, I worry about losing my money. Actually, we're thousandaires now, huh?
Yeah, we are.
I shouldn't brag about the thousands of dollars that we have. That's not our way. I was raised by baby boomers, and baby boomers are famous for never teaching their kids jack about money. Money was a touchy, taboo subject. If you ever asked your parents if they were baby boomers, are we rich? They would shut down the conversation. We do just fine, never mind. You know, we're comfortable. Oh, what's that mean? So can I have some money? I don't have any money. And you go, well, what is it? You have no money or we're comfortable? Are we comfortably broke? What are you talking about? All I knew was that somehow my parents never had any money. From about the time I was a teenager, I had to buy my own clothes and all this stuff. It felt like, you know, like, shut the front door, you're letting the heat out. Turn the heat off when you leave a room, because it's so expensive to heat a house. I got the impression that my parents had no money, you know, just barely just limping along day to day. And I don't think that was, and I think they were comfortable, you know. They each had their own car, you know, they had their own house. They somehow paid for all that. My dad had a boat. So, whatever. But my parents just never talked about money. I just knew the only time I'd ever seen my father cry before, I think, my brother's wedding was while he was trying to do his taxes one year when I was a little girl. Some break down and cry over how much he was having to pay in taxes. And so I remember thinking, wow, money is a serious, horrible subject. And our very survival is, you know, at stake. And never ask them their business. My parents are like the Corleone family. Never ask me about my business. Don't worry whether or not we're just fine. We do just fine. But if you want to get the discount lunch tickets at school, you do that. Somehow we qualified for the discount lunch, but both my parents are working, so I don't know. Anyway, I grew up not knowing anything about money and being really neurotic about it because, I had baby boomer parents. And they got screwed up by their parents because their parents lived through the Depression. So, what are you, crazy? Don't throw away perfectly good aluminum foil. We can wash it off and save it for later. I've used the same birthday wrapping gift for 20 years. Money, it's a gas. Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash. So what did we learn today, sweetie?
I don't know. I'm just watching you.
Yeah. Abatuse, halfway. Abatuse, abatuse, abatuse. I got to say it's halfway. And this reminds us, Apita Wapikazi is a halfway moon. That's when it's halfway lit up. And I think it lights itself. But, Mickey Waya Bikazi. Mickey Waya Bikazi is a full moon. And the Apita Tipikad. Midnight. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight. Oh, and let's see. We didn't take any calls today, sweetie.
No. Nobody wanted to call.
I guess not. Mishike is a turtle. Debwe wins. Truth. That's a truth, Ruth. And Geronimo. It almost looks like Geronimo. Geronimo. Geronimo! If you ever jump off a cliff, you gotta yell, Geronimo! And if you ever tell a kid that Santa Claus is watching them, that's a Geronimo! That's to lie to a kid. You want him. It's a lie. Geronimo. Yeah. La, 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 la. These are the words of the day. I don't know what else to say. Ooh, doo, doo. BTO is great. Hey, didn't you open for Bachman Turner Overdrive once?
Is that Bachman Turner Overdrive that does Taking Care of Business?
I think so. Or who am I thinking of? Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business. Yeah, I think it is. If Bachman Turner Overdrive is the band that does Taking Care of Business, Michael once was in a rock band that opened for those guys. They came up to Walker during the Moon Dance Jam week. And they played at the casino. And Michael's band opened up for him on a big stage. All the lights and the smoke machine. It was so fun. But taking care of business. Yeah. Anyway. Missy. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Meanwhile, she's the biggest gossip I know. No. 6 up to 12, maybe. They feel it too. 6 up, 12 down. Maybe they feel it too. La 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 la. Papa Bogosh says, BS prove that Neil Rung has never made money off any cause. He but his name too. Stop being sheep. Stop being sheep. That's racist against sheep. I think Papa Wagosh is a speciest.
Why is he a speciest?
He's calling people sheep. Bah! You want to be a sheep? You want people to tell you what to think? How to do? How to live? My name? I am Scarface. You want to be a sheep? That's why Scarface came to America. He wanted to be free. They want to be a sheep. Say hello to my little friend. But yeah, anytime somebody talks about believing, taking the Kool-Aid, believing the mainstream media, other people say, oh, you're being a sheep. Because it is true. I learned that when I was a little girl. My friend lived on a sheep farm. And I'd go out and, I didn't really help much, but he'd have to do his chores around the farm. And there was one day, there were all these sheep in front of me. And I just started talking. I was like, excuse me, hello, sheep. Can I get your attention, please? Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Please, if I can have your attention. Today, I just want to talk to you about what you're doing with your life. And I just pretended to be like a motivational speaker. But every one of those sheep, and there was like 50 sheep maybe, they were all facing me, all listening to every word I said. It was the weirdest thing. But I think that's just the nature of sheep. If somebody's talking and one person kind of looks at that person, pretty soon the whole flock was just staring at me. That's probably how shepherds were able to move them around. Because that's pretty cool. A sheep will just, what? Oh, okay. I will listen and obey anything you say. That was amazing. But now it's like, hey, would you wake up, you bunch of sheep? Wearing a mask all by yourself in a car. Whatever. I've helped on sheep farms. It's fun. I know, huh? Sheep farms are great. Sheep got jabbed. They lined up without a thought in their sheep heads. Yeah. That's the problem. It's kind of like we're going to be living in that time now. If there's a post-COVID pandemic vaccination period, let's say there's a side effect that, comes along with this thing. The people who took the shot will never want to hear that. They don't want to say, oh yeah, they knew that there was a 25% chance you were going to develop heart disease. Yeah, they didn't tell you that. They don't want to hear that, and if they heard it, they said, no, there's no way, shut up. That's fake news. Government wouldn't just try to kill me. Okay. Bah. I wish you could have seen that BTO and our rockstar cartoonist with his Madwaya BG gun. Yeah. Michael. Hey, if anybody wants to see Michael play this Friday, you gonna go down to the open mic?
Yeah, I thought it might.
Michael's gonna be at the Headwaters open mic thing on this Friday in Bemidji. You gonna bring us?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, it's too much trouble.
Okay. We will not be there. But Michael's gonna bring his guitar and sing some songs. Just don't tell any jokes.
Why can't I tell jokes?
Yeah, that's kind of my job.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. I think that's all the time we have for today. Unless you wanted to say anything.
Nope, that's pretty good.
All right. Well, hey, everyone. Did you want to add anything?
Just tell him I said thanks.
Nanaboozy would like to say miigwech. And I want to say miigwech ganawabi yeg. Thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This over here, this ruggedly handsome dude Nanaboozhoo, Condone, Boozhoo, Niji.
Boozhoo and Miigwech, Ganawabi Egg. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again. Gigawapamin Minawa.
Yeah, very good. And over here, rockstar cartoonist Michael Lyons.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawapamin Minawa. Oh, sweetie pie.
One to teleport.
Make it so, number one.